What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Backpacking Podcast. As always, John Kelly here with Jeremiah Stringer. And funny thing about tonight, so usually we have guests and we have people come on, and we could not find a guest for tonight. The schedules didn't work out, and so we decided we're just going to do something different. And usually on this podcast, I tend to surprise Jeremiah with questions and little side things and all that. And tonight, Jeremiah has taken over.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. I have some show notes for tonight, man. Got them right here on my phone. Can't reveal them yet.
So organized.
It's the teacher in me, man. That's what it is.
So apparently the music is a little spooky. That's good. It's Halloween time, right?
That's right. And you
Music
know
should
what?
be spooky.
We have been watching the Cincinnati Bengals, and you are a Cleveland Browns fan, right?
Yes.
And they play on Halloween.
I know, man.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun for me.
I know it's going to be a lot of fun for you Bengals fans, man. I'll tell you, if the Browns keep playing like they've been playing, dude, it's not going to be any fun for me at all. Hey, somebody made the comment, Jeremiah's beard is looking very respectable.
Oh, yeah. Notice. Put some respect on that.
Yeah, of course, backpacking with Jason. Go Bengals. And then Huck Outdoors. Go Vikings. Dude, you live in California.
What's he doing saying go Vikings?
I don't know. But Jeff Peters has got the Go Browns going for me. So we got another Browns fan out there.
Poop Brown.
Hey, stop that. That's not nice.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Well, it's already been said now, so betting's off.
Well, he's right about the beard. You want to go ahead and do our sponsorship?
Dude, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors for tonight's episode, and that is our good friends over at Outdoor Beards. We have been rocking the Outdoor Beards stuff for quite a while now. They are the first ever sponsors of this podcast and continue to sponsor us, and we're so thankful because, quite honestly, without their products, this beautiful mound of fur on the bottom of my face would not be so soft and manageable. And if you've been watching for a while, you know that I love the Beard Balm. I use it every day. It smells great. My wife even likes it, which is even better. And it really does help keep out all the nasty like tangles and things that can happen in your beard as it grows out.
Yeah, that's why I have a beard right now, man. It's because I've been using the products, and I don't know what it is. You just put it on your face and you get a beard. I have their website pulled up here, man. Outdoorbeards.com. Y'all should check them out. As John likes to say, there's all kinds of different flavors. Of course, I don't eat it. Maybe he does. But different scents on there. We got, I've been using the coffee one, which we've talked a lot about, but there's a bunch of them. Maybe y'all want to rock the grandma's pie since it is fall weather. Or if you like something sweet, the Something Sweet Beard Balm smells like chocolate covered strawberries. So there you have it.
Like I said, flavors, man. Flavors.
Different flavor and all kinds of different products. They got merch on there too, of course, unlike me. But they also have like brushes, combs, mustache wax. If you prefer the
phenomenal
oil
soap.
Yeah,
phenomenal soap,
man. I will use every bit of that soap. It makes me sad to throw it away.
I use it down to the slightest little sliver that's left. I mean, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah, so outdoorbeards.com, check them out. They'll make your beard look greater than mine and John's combined.
Which isn't that hard.
We have a discount code on there.
We do.
I don't know if we've told everybody, but if you want 10% off of your order, just apply the discount code backpacking, and that'll take care of it.
That's it right there. So thank you to Outdoor Beards for sponsoring this episode. I was watching some of the comments as we're sitting on here, and Devin from Backcountry Exposure. What about Outdoor Scruff? If you want to have the best smelling, smoothest scruff, Outdoor Beards is the way to go.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And maybe if you use a little bit more oil, it'll turn less from scruff and more to, I mean, one day maybe you could look like John.
Nobody wants that. I got that Joe Dierte going on. So you got that real beard. I got that Joe Dierte happening. So check this out. Jeff Peters says, is Jeremiah growing his hair out to have red Elvis hair for Halloween?
Oh, that's a good idea, man. I am supposed to be going. We had a Halloween party last Saturday night. Okay. And the theme was, did you see the pictures I posted?
I did see those.
Okay.
Yeah, you just look like yourself.
Well, hey, man, it was supposed to be dressed like a dad. It's supposed to be a dress like a dad Halloween theme, and us, and most of it was members from our life group. Excuse me, dude. I have some allergies going. I say the kids make me sick, not just because I hate kids, but they're literally it's like flu. And
Yeah.
anyway, point is that everybody comes dressed up as dad, and one of our friends dressed up as Father Time.
Oh.
That was the most creative costume because I just went to Goodwill and I got some jeans that were way too short, some white socks, and some dad shoes. I think I wore my house shoes around, and a
So you got some white New Balance shoes? Is that what you said?
white New Balance shoes and a shirt that said "Number One Grandpa."
I like it. I like it. Did you you didn't happen to get have anybody dress up as Homer Simpson, did you?
No, that would have been a good one.
Homer Simpson, like he's the ultimate dad. I'm just saying. Dave off grid, Jeremiah's beard game is strong, Chuck Norris-esque.
Ooh, that
You know
is
what that
high
means?
praise.
You know what that means?
What's it mean?
It means Jeremiah doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the world down. That's what that means.
That's right, baby. That is right.
So, I like
John,
this. I like this. Okay, now before we do anything else here,
okay.
before do anything else, because we didn't do them the last couple episodes.
Oh, what do you got here?
But we got to bring back the fake news. So the ticker is on. It's back. Sorry we've missed it for a couple weeks, but it is back. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can see this right now. If you are listening, well, watch it on YouTube later on. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I have a number of different things that I'm wanting to kind of do with the show tonight. So I guess you could just call me the video producer here. The first thing I want to do is show you a little clip. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to show you a picture. Have you heard of this? It's like it's art generated by artificial intelligence. Have you seen this?
Yeah. AI pictures? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the AI pictures. So I downloaded an app that would allow me to do some different AI pictures.
Nice.
And I typed in a bunch of different stuff. I tried to get it to make pictures of us, but I guess we're not famous enough for it to actually do the pictures, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. So I typed in some different keywords, and this first one, I'm going to see. Let me just show this to you since it's spooky season.
Okay.
All right.
I may have to move my screen a little bit here. See what we got here. What in the world is that?
Yeah. Can you tell what that is?
Well, it's a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns. And it's like a trail.
You know what the keywords were that I typed in?
No.
Very simple, man. It was just Halloween hiking.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Now, on a much sadder note, let me show you the next one. Okay?
Okay.
All right. This one, it's very dry in Kentucky. I don't know if it's dry everywhere.
Really dry. It's supposed to rain this week, though. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain Sunday, and I was going to film a video, so we'll see what happens. But this one,
whoa,
yeah, that is pretty wild, isn't it?
So is that like Halloween with Satan? Well,
nope. I mean, Halloween with Satan. Now, this one, why don't you describe to everybody that are just listening what you're seeing here?
Okay, so there's a really spooky looking, almost looks like a dam. And there's like some like openings in the top where there's like this ominous red glow coming out of it, and on the top looks like some kind of like evil lair. And there's like fireworks coming out of it, and the bottom looks like a valley filled with lava that's exploding up the side of the dam.
Okay, so let me tell you what I typed in as the keywords there. Oh, Doc Watson's got a good guess. Mordor.
Oh, Mordor is a good one.
Nice. Mordor. Have you been watching the new Lord of the Rings, by the way?
Oh, every episode.
Oh, have you seriously?
I've watched the whole thing, yeah.
Okay, well, tell me what your rating then, because I haven't watched a single episode, and I hear it's the most expensively produced show that, like, in the modern era.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. And you got to kind of give it time because they've got to like do backstory and stuff. But once you get like 2 or 3 episodes in, man, that's pretty good.
Okay, well, we've been rewatching Game of Thrones, and that way we can watch House of Dragons.
Ah,
So I have been
gotcha.
putting off the whole
It's another
Lord of
good
the
show.
Rings, but look at that. Now that's getting closer. When Darth Vader
Vader
goes
goes
hiking, that's a good
hiking.
guess.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And if you're a complete Darth Vader nerd, you know that like the planet that he quote unquote lived on was a planet with lava everywhere. So
You know what planet
that's
that
very
was?
fitting. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not that good.
I don't remember either. So anyway, this I typed in hiking gorge on fire. You know why?
Ooh, hiking gorge on fire.
You know why I typed that in?
Why?
Well, we have this lovely place called Red River Gorge here in Kentucky. We've talked a lot about it on this show,
Yes.
and I think right now they have a lot of acreage that's on fire around Tar Ridge.
I heard that, which is a shame because Tar Ridge is great.
Yeah, didn't you go to Tar Ridge recently?
I was just out there 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and now it's on
Yeah.
fire.
Oh man, that's so sad.
Yeah, you know how I heard about it. Jeremy, All Things Outdoors, you know him.
Oh yeah.
So I was texting him and Jason because we were talking about at some point maybe getting out and doing a little. You know, we did that. Was it Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway where Jeremy's got the Bronco? Y'all should check out his YouTube channel. He's got all these adventures of him not only backpacking but also doing like I guess they call it overlanding, right? Where you take your vehicle out and you're going through mud and holes and all this.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so he was texting Jason and I about doing a trip at some point in the
Did he set
future.
it on fire?
He didn't he didn't set it on fire, but he uses this app called Onyx Off Road.
Yeah.
Onyx has a bunch of different apps, but one of
Mostly
them
known
is
for their
just for,
hunting app.
yeah, hunting, very famous for it. And they also have a hiking one, but the off road one, he's like, this is legit. And he texted us and he's like, is Tar Ridge on fire? And I was like, I don't know, man. And
Man, it's
Jason's
so
like,
sad.
man, I hope not. And he said, well, that's a legit app. So if the app says it, it's most likely. And then we done a little research, and sure enough, Tar Ridge, dude,
That's sad.
beautiful area. I don't know. Jason took me up
Yeah.
there one time,
Oh,
and it's not hard to get to, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But it's on fire, and I would assume the most likely candidate for starting that fire was somebody not putting out their campfire.
yeah. I dare say that. You're dead on with that. I would say you're
Yeah.
dead on with that. Hey, so we've got the answer to where Darth Vader lived.
Okay. Somebody looked it up for us.
Mustafar.
Mustafar. Is that
Did you
real?
watch the prequels?
What do you mean?
The prequel Star Wars movies, like episodes 1 through 3.
Oh, I've seen every Star Wars.
So, the third one of those, The Revenge of the Sith.
Uh-huh.
Is that what it was? I think that's what it was called.
Yeah,
That
episode
one,
3 is Revenge of the
yeah,
Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. That planet that they had the big lightsaber battle on with all the lava, I think
Yeah.
that's Mustafar.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that
So,
Darth had lived there.
yeah, he had a castle,
Oh, at the time it was
throne room, and
Anakin.
everything. Yeah. Okay, so
I
check
remem
this out. Check this out.
Okay.
So we got a lot of comments coming in. I want to make sure we don't
Yeah,
leave everybody
I
out. But
love the comments. Yeah, bring them
Anthony
up,
Barber,
bring them up.
white New Balance with Velcro straps.
Yeah,
White New
those are
Balance.
that's about as dad shoe as it gets.
That's dad shoe right there. Doc Watson, I would go broke on beard product if I don't DIY it. He's got a beast of a beard. If anybody can
Yeah.
see online that picture of him, that's a
Uh-huh.
beard right there. Hi, Jeremiah and JK. Mrs. Backpacking here. Jason is driving.
Oh, hello there, Mrs. Backpacking.
So it's Dot. What's up? The Pizza Ninja with Jeremiah hosting. Is he going to ask John about his top 10 poop moments on the trail?
Oh, you know, somehow this turned into me hosting, and I don't feel like it is.
You're the host tonight. But outside comfort zone, Jeremiah tried to get AI to make merch for him, and it created a vortex. Long story short, John Muir is next week's guest.
By the way,
I'm so glad he
Jared,
gets on here now and
yeah,
comments all the time.
congratulations to you and the new baby, man. That is
Oh, we got a new
awesome.
dad?
Yes, outside comfort zone. And
Get
Girl Plus
those New
Dog
Balance with the
Adventures.
Velcro straps, dude. Get the New Balance with the Velcro
Dude,
straps.
you can say what you will about the dad shoes, but I'm telling you, it is like 2 or 3 years running that I've been wearing dad shoes to work because I work on concrete all day. and I put inserts in those, and it makes your plantar fasciitis just go away. There's something about
Yeah.
the dad shoes; they're magical.
I'm kind of into the Hey Dude shoes. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, well, I don't have any. Jason uses them as camp shoes though. That's his
I
go-to
like them,
camp
dude.
shoe.
I like them a lot. I've got a pair and I really like them. Anyways, Pennsylvania camp and canoe. You guys need to do a trail quitter episode. Had to bail on the AFT last week. I feel bad about it.
What's
I've
that
had to
mean? A
bail
trail
on a trail
quitter?
before. I've had to
What's
bail
that
on a
mean?
trail before.
What's
When
the
you've been
trail
on trail and
quitter?
you just had to get off trail because something happened.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Poop Dahmer just wanted to let us all know that there's lots of meth in Kentucky. So
Yep, that
appreciate
is
that.
very true.
There's a lot of meth in Kentucky. And Lord of the Wings, I'd watch that.
I probably said Lord of the Wings instead of Lord of the Rings.
I'm just saying, dude, Lord of the Chicken Wings.
Sounds delicious. I don't know if it'd be
I love me some
entertaining.
wings, dude. I love me some wings. I'm just saying, like, I'm all up about those wings. That chicken wing life is definitely a good one.
You remember whenever we were having that wing shortage and Wingstop turned into Thigh Stop?
Yeah.
You remember that? They were advertising and
That was
everything.
so funny, dude. And I'm not complaining about that either. That's good food. Have you been to Wingstop?
Before the commercials and the short wing shortages, I'd never heard of Wingstop.
When I lived in Kenosha, Wisconsin, we got one. And dude, that is some good. Those wings are good. Oh, hold up. Come on to Buffalo. I'll set you up. Now, I've been to Buffalo and I've had Buffalo. They're not buffalo wings in Buffalo, by the way. They're just chicken wings in Buffalo. And I've had them and they're phenomenal.
I'm thinking it's possible that, especially if they were boneless, I prefer boneless chicken wings. I know I'm uncultured, but
they're not chicken wings, dude. They're called breast pieces.
Oh, well, they say chicken wings on the menu at B-Dubs.
That's great. It's a lie.
I think that those would make a good trail dinner. What do you think?
Boneless wings?
Yeah, or wings.
You mean chicken nuggets?
I got to sneeze.
You gonna be okay?
No, I think I jinxed it.
Okay, good. Good.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, Jeff Peters is really caught up on this mystery guest thing. Okay, so remember that mystery guest from last season? You two ready to reveal who that was supposed to be? No. Because we're still holding out hope to have that person on the show. And
you remember who it is?
I remember who it is.
You'll have to tell me off air. I can't remember.
Well, you were the one that was excited about it, so you better remember who it was.
Oh, I remember. Oh my gosh, it come back to me just like that.
I'm just saying, we're not gonna say anything because if we can get that person on here, we just became legit as a show. So, okay, so Jeremiah, what other stuff do you have to show us?
Okay, I got one more picture to show you, just because I thought it would be cool. So no other reason besides that. This one, I'm excited to see if you can guess it. Do not cheat. Okay, don't cheat here.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
It looks like impressionist art or something like that. It looks like Jupiter in the middle.
It is a bit abstract. You're dead on the Jupiter.
That looks like Jupiter right there. And because it's a backpacking, I'm just going to say backpacking in Jupiter.
Oh my gosh. You nailed it, bro.
Shut up. Did I really?
Lay my hand on the Bible. Backpacking on Jupiter. That's what I typed in.
You can see Jupiter like all weird and weirdly shaped up there. So that was kind of, and then I see like little mountains and stuff through here and maybe a couple trails. Kind of.
Yes. And
nobody can see what I'm doing right now, but I've got my mouse arrow and I'm pointing like you can see my mouse arrow, but you can't.
People can only see my mouse arrow.
That's true. That's true because you're the host tonight.
It's because I'm sharing the screen.
Okay, listen to this. Look at this comment. Somebody ate too many shrooms.
That does look like that does look like you're on shrooms and you're checking out Jupiter.
Yeah. Oh, Ben McMillan. It's a microwave commercial.
Yeah, dude. You actually could not hike on Jupiter. It is a gas planet. So definitely don't try it. But if you could, and it looks like this.
It. Whatever you do, don't jump in your local spaceship and fly to Jupiter.
Hey, one day somebody can be listening to this podcast and then they could go to Jupiter if they really wanted to. Now that could be 5,000 years from now. Who knows?
A classic podcast.
But they could try hiking on Jupiter. It would definitely kill you. It's basically all storms.
You're right. It would. Tangent Trail says a bad moon pie trip.
The moon pies. You ever stick one of those in the microwave?
No.
You got to try it, bro. That and a honey bun. Honey bun in the microwave is also delicious.
Really? That's interesting. That's
Speaking of
interesting.
microwaves.
Yeah. Okay, so what else we got going on tonight, Jeremiah?
Okay. I did download a few video clips that I wanted your opinion on.
You want my opinion on?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you look fantastic tonight.
Oh, thank you. It's the UK shirt, isn't it?
Well, no, I meant like your computer doesn't look like it's all like digitized and jumping all over the place.
Okay, let's talk about it for a second because I saw some comments that were very disparaging. Okay. I saw some comments. Don't think I didn't see them because you think I'm not reading these comments, but I'm reading them. See, this one says by Carlson Adventures, "Hi Tanya and Doc." I see the comments.
Two people, or one of those people we actually hung out with not too long ago.
Yep, Brian.
Yeah, Tanya
Browning.
Yep.
Carlson Adventures and Tanya Browning, both of YouTube channels. They were at the YouTube meetup.
Yep.
Anyway, so the comments, all right. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Doc Watson, but I'm pretty sure it was Doc Watson, but it could have been somebody else.
If it's interesting, it probably came from Doc Watson.
I'm not going to name any names, but they were talking about how downhill my video quality was going.
I mean, they were like, they weren't wrong.
They were like, is it just me, or is Jeremiah's video quality really went down on the podcast? And I'll tell you what it was. Okay, I've already mentioned it in previous episodes, but if you haven't heard, I bought a MacBook Air, which is about as cheap as it gets whenever it comes to Mac products. Low performing, not very much memory. And this is the thing that I started my YouTube channel on. Okay. Yes. And it ran out of editing power very, very quickly.
I remember when you had to build a computer.
Had to build a computer, but that was years after the MacBook Air. So anyway, long story short, that computer was bought whenever I was in college, and I graduated college in 2015. So I think that was maybe 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. I bought this computer, and I have been using it ever since. Mac, they make awesome products, although I did build the PC. And point being that I guess that computer is ready to crap out on me because it's 2022. And if I bought it in 2013, that is a long time ago.
Especially for a lower end. Like if it was a MacBook Pro, that would be a long time. But you were doing that with like the lower end laptop.
And you know, the battery on it is still good. Cannot believe it. We're talking
really
8-10 years. Yep. But anyway, I guess that is ready to crap out on me. And my modem and my router is literally 5-10 feet from that computer. But it's the internet. I don't know what it is. But now we have moved on to greener pastures. Okay, I have finally bit the bullet and taken the 20 minutes that it takes to set up all my equipment on my PC. So those of you that were concerned about the audio and video quality, this is about as crisp as I can make it.
It's pretty good, man. You're looking good tonight.
Well, thanks, man. You ready to watch a video clip? You got another comment that you want to post up here?
Oh no, man, you're good. I'm actually working on a little something while you're talking here.
Okay. Well, I'm about done talking. I'm about ready to show you this.
Okay.
Now, I have never done this before except for the 5 minutes before the show while I was trying to figure it out.
And it didn't work at first, but now I think it's working.
Yeah, well, I hope it works. So we're going to give it a try here, all right? You know, the hard thing is deciding which video to show you first.
Okay. Right. Now, what is it about these videos I'm supposed to do here?
We'll have your reaction, and I would love to hear some people's comments in the comment section, of course, and see what they think about it as well. Maybe we can share our opinion on either some of the advice or, you know, basically unpack what's going on in these videos. And remember, most of the people that are consuming this podcast are audio listeners. Okay.
Yes.
So feel free to describe what's going on if we need to. All right. But they all have audio, which reminds me, one of them has a little bit of music, but they're talking over it. So hopefully we don't get a copyright strike on that. If we do, then I'll have to edit it out. You good with that?
Let's go. Let's do this, man.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready.
Okay. The first one I'm going to show you is only like 10 seconds long. Okay?
10 seconds long.
10 seconds long. And let's see what you think about it.
Excuse me. Who are you? Excuse me. Who are you?
Yep.
There's no video.
That was not what I was going for.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's funny.
There was no. I got nothing out of that one.
Okay, let me try a different one.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna try this same one again and see if it works this time.
Who are you? Excuse me.
We got the audio coming through.
Who are you?
I don't know. Okay,
that's so strange.
I'm gonna try it one more time. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work this time, I'll try.
My Mac Air isn't showing it very well.
Who are you?
Everyday Backpacker, Computer 1, Jeremiah 0.
Yep, he's not wrong.
Ben has a comment about that clip.
What'd he say?
It just says, I have a comment about that clip.
Oh, okay. That's a good comment. Let me try a different one here, John.
It said the second clip looks as good as the first one.
Well, exactly the same. Okay. This one's like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, I think. Let's see if it, let's see if
The thing you notice when you go hiking is it's a mistake. Oh, we're not walking anywhere in particular. There's nothing at the end of this trail. There's no bar or restaurant. Not even a vending machine. We're just idiots.
Okay, we got the audio on that.
Yeah.
But video didn't work. So that's okay. The video is by Tessa Flight on Instagram, and it looks like they're just kind of hiking around what appears to be some arches in Utah, possibly. What do you think?
I got nothing.
Okay. So that voice, I think, is Jim Gaffigan.
That is Jim Gaffigan, yeah.
Who is a comedian.
And Jeff Peters says he loves Jim Gaffigan.
I love Jim Gaffigan. He's one of the few clean comedians, too.
Are there more planes to jet Jeremiah?
There are not any more planes, but there are definitely plans.
There are plans. There are plans.
Yep. As you can see from Ben's spelling, we all make mistakes. All right, Ben, cut me a break here.
It makes it fun, though.
I tell you what. What if I let you? Well, no, that might not work. I was going to let you go into our drive and share your screen, and so that people could watch it. They could see the video.
Yeah, we tried that. I don't think that works, man.
Okay.
I think that's a brutal mistake if we try that. I can give it a shot, but I won't promise.
No, it's
anything.
okay. So let's critique the audio here. What do you think of Jim's opinion there on the hiking situation?
Can we play it again? Because I was looking for the video and not paying as much attention to the audio as I probably should have.
Yeah, I'll play it again for you. Let me put it up here on the screen. All right.
Which one? What's it called?
It is called Hiking is Stupid.
Hiking is Stupid. Let me see.
Yeah. You want to try it?
Here's what we're gonna do. I have really fast internet.
I will say, while you're pulling that up, last time I tried playing a video the way that John is about to play it, we had Jeff Garmeyer on, and we were showing a trailer for his new documentary where he's sitting in FKT. And I got a lot of echo. So, John, whenever you play this, you might have to mute your microphone.
Or just be confused. We'll see.
It's okay if you can't get it to play.
Oh, I'm gonna get it to I'm getting it to play.
All right.
I'm just telling you. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so we're gonna play a video file, right?
Yeah, play that video file.
Play that sweet video file.
The thing you notice when you go hiking is it's a mistake. Oh, we're not walking anywhere in particular. There's nothing at the end of this trail. There's no bar or restaurant. Not even a vending machine. We're just idiots.
Oh my gosh, John, he is the ultimate video producer. How did you do that, bro?
I downloaded it and then played it.
I downloaded it too.
Well, I guess Mac wins again.
Well, I'll let you download them then and play them for the future. So if you want to go ahead and download them, then while you're downloading that, we can talk about what you think. And also, I'd love to hear people's comments. What do y'all think? Is Jim Gaffigan right about the hiking? What do you think,
yeah.
John?
Yeah.
Oh, you think
I
he's
mean,
right?
that's yeah. I mean, not that I feel that way, but there are a lot of people that when you ask, I've asked people if they want to go backpacking, they're like, wait a second, it means like sleep in the woods? I'm like, yeah. And they just look at me like I have 7 heads.
Well, that was my reaction too. Like my very first trip, whenever my wife's dad asked me if I wanted to go hike in the Smokies, I was like, sure. And then he was like, well, we're going to be out there for 4 days. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, we're going to stay on trail. And I was like, my first question was, where are you going to sleep? You know, little did I know they had those shelters out there.
Yep. Oh, dude, check this out. This is good to see. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
John 1, computer 0.
Oh, look at that. Keeping the tally.
John is the master. Just want to point that out.
John
Jeremiah's been fired. John is back in charge.
Well, this was actually my plan all along so that I can dodge responsibility. So I'll text John and be like, hey bro, can you do this, this, and this? I'll be like, I just can't do it.
Don't know how.
So
are we ready for that one video I think that we were going to show?
Which video is that? Oh, the female.
Yeah. You want to give that a shot and see if we can make it happen?
Yeah, man. Let's see it.
Excuse me. Who are you? Excuse me. Who are you?
All right, pause that, John, so that we can look at click it one more time. Yeah, you can pause it. All right.
There we go.
So why don't you read that for everybody?
When I get a comment from a stranger saying it's too dangerous for me to backpack and travel alone.
Okay.
Excuse me, who are you? I just wanted to add that part in there.
I don't know what the deal is with the British accent, or I'm assuming
she's probably British is my guess.
I don't think it's this lady talking here in the video, but it appears that it is a recurring theme that people are always commenting on ladies that are headed out to the woods.
Yeah. I've got several friends who I've mentioned they're female backpackers like Dixie, that can go out and they'll go into the woods and go backpacking by themselves, and they're like, are they taking a gun?
That's always the first question, isn't it? Are they
first
taking
question
a gun?
I get from just about everybody? Are you taking a gun? And I'm like, yeah, because all the people that come after you when you're backpacking.
Now, on my very first trip, I did take a gun, and you know who convinced me of it?
Who?
It was the guy. So he was former military, and he had served over in Iraq. And what he hooked me up with was basically his field dressing kit, like first aid wise. Oh. And then his first question was like, "Are you taking a gun?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then he convinced me, dude. And sure enough, I took a little handgun. That's where I got my trail name, Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. Tanya Browning. I get it all the time as a woman backpacker.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm glad that I'm a guy, but I feel for the ladies there because I don't know.
I think there are some women backpackers who are tougher than some dudes. And
oh yeah, they're all capable.
I would trust them out in the woods more than I would some guys. So I'm just saying it because it's true.
Yep, I'm right there with you, man.
There's some ladies that should be out there backpacking in a heartbeat, and there's some guys that should never be backpacking.
It's weird. I never think about my safety. Like, is it okay to go for a run right now? Like, is this okay place to like walk through and stuff? But has your wife ever called you and been like, hey, I'm taking a walk or I'm so-and-so, but this person's like suspicious. So I just want to call you and then I'm on the phone and blah, blah, blah. Has that ever happened to you?
A little bit.
Your wife might be a little bit more independent than Bridget. I don't know.
Both
lovely ladies, but
yeah. she's so used to me do it. Like before we got to dating, I was traveling doing music, so I was always out traveling and doing stuff, and so it's just always been part of who we were, like in our relationship. So like me leaving for a few days is kind of just something that's always been there, if that makes sense. So yeah, so for us, it's not been a big deal. Now my kids hate it when I leave.
Well, I'm not talking about leaving. I'm talking about like, if it's dusk out, right? So I live in a subdivision and there are street lights.
Oh, I get you now. Yeah.
So she goes out for a jog, and then there's like a vehicle that's driving real slow, kind of not directly behind her, but kind of keeping their distance. Then she might stop and be like, "Hey, this is very suspicious," or, "Can you keep an eye out?" or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I feel for the ladies. I'm like 215 pounds and 6'3", 6'4". Of course, anything can happen, especially if somebody had a weapon or something. But I never really, those thoughts don't cross my mind. So I empathize, is, one of the reasons why I included that video, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think backpacking is way safer than taking a run in your own neighborhood in most places.
Oh, I totally agree, man. There's nobody out there.
Do. Yeah. I mean, and what are they going to rob you of? Your bear bag? You know what I mean? Like guys are going to like want things. They're not going to go after backpackers because you have nothing they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're stinky. You're nasty.
You smell awful.
And like your cell phone now, I don't know what the percentage of people are with iPhones, and I'm sure that like Android has something similar. But dude, if you take somebody's iPhone, like remember somebody took mine after our trip, and me and Josh went and like found it.
Oh yeah.
So for people who haven't heard about this, me, John, Josh, which isn't he doing the Foothills Trail with you?
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing Foothills Trail with me. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that here in just a minute. But so there was a few of us, and we went to Taco John's here where I live, and I forgot my phone in the bathroom. This is like literally right after a backpacking trip, and somebody stole it. And then I think I took John's phone and messaged him on my phone and was like, it locked it, like you used to find my iPhone. And then I put like, I can see your location, you're driving. At the time, they're on this road that I'm very familiar with. And then lo and behold, it just stopped. Like the phone just stopped. And me and Josh drove down there, and sure enough, it was laying on the side of the road, like over in the ditch. They just tossed it out the window. Your phone is useless. So what are they going to rob you of? Like once you lock the phone up, it's literally no good.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you're kind of an idiot to steal someone's phone at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just dumb.
Look at the super chat.
Oh, I saw that. Aaron Jones.
Thank you,
Aaron.
Aaron.
Couple bones on us. Thank you very much for that.
Appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Keep making these podcasts possible.
All right, Jeremiah, you ready for the next video?
No, let's take a break from the videos for a second. I want to talk to you about your upcoming trip.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's been about a year and a half in the making, I think. But I've been really wanting to go check out the Foothills Trail. You were the first person I actually heard about it from, because you had done the trail with a couple friends and your wife. And I'd watched a couple videos from you, and then started getting online and watching other people's videos. And then who was it that did it? Spider Meatball did it. Hostway. He did it not too long ago, and he had this picture of him climbing up this staircase, and there was this waterfall. And that sealed the deal for me. I saw that and I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this trail.
Did you see it on Instagram?
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
Bro, his Instagram is lit.
He's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You know, he just started his own video company.
No way.
Yeah, he's doing outdoor videos now. So let me see if I can pull it up, and we'll share kind of a link, because we always like to show some love to the people who have been on the show.
Yeah, Spider Meatball, we had him on here. I don't remember which episode it was, but he's losing a lot of weight, but he was kind of started out overweight hiker, and that just goes to show you, like, it's not an excuse to not get out there.
Well, it wasn't even that he was an overweight hiker. It was that he was a guy who his life had just gone in a direction he never wanted it to, and he decided to do something about it. And so, yeah, his channel, here it is. I'm going to share this real quick so you guys can see it, because this is some pretty cool stuff. It's called Outside Vibes Media, and he's getting ready to do some video projects coming up. I was just chatting with him the other night. I'm real excited to see what he does. He does all of the video stuff for Z-Packs. And so if you see any like B-roll on their videos or any of the promotional stuff, he's the guy that does it. Like, this is one of his videos right here. We'll see if we can get it to show up. Well, that looks terrible the way I did that, so I apologize to everybody. But this right here. So, you know, he's the one that does all of their video production. And so he's getting ready to line up some projects. And so, good guy, and anything we can do to support him, I want to make sure we're doing it, because he's I like supporting good people.
So you saw his picture. I assume that was the upper Whitewater Falls or something like that on Instagram.
Something like that.
And that kind of sealed the deal. But I was curious, what was your experience like? I know you were testing out some gear. So I think you had the Outdoor Vitals, something too. What was it called? It's one of their tents.
Okay, so I just got it this week. I didn't get to test it. It's the 40th 2-person tent.
Okay, the 40th. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple overnights in it in the next couple weeks before I go on the trip, because I think I'm gonna take that tent with me. Yes, I'm doing a tent for a week. We'll see how that goes. I may hate myself for it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But no, what it was is I got their sleeping bag. I got a sleeping bag I wanted to test out, and I got it out there. I'm not gonna say what sleeping bag it was, because it did not work out and I did not like it at all. But we went out, and it was getting down to like, I want to say like 26 degrees overnight. And so it was like, you know what? We got 15-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to get cold. I called my buddy Sean, said, hey, you got a bigger backyard than I do. You care if I just bring my tent over, set it up in your backyard, and see if the sleeping bag can keep me warm? And he's like, yeah, go for it. So I slept out there, and it did keep me warm, but I couldn't. The way the zipper was designed was so rigid, it was hard to get it zipped up and zipped down. It was just miserable. So I ended up picking up a Sierra Designs sleeping bag, the Cloud 20. Have you heard of this sleeping bag? No, no, it's 800 fill down. It's a 20-degree 800 fill down sleeping bag, and it's zipperless.
Zipperless sleeping bag? What is it?
Yes.
Velcro?
No, it's even better than that. So the front of it opens up, and the flap over the top tucks in. So it's almost like a quilt, but there's no zippers at all. And it is stupid. You want me to look it up? You want me to find it for you?
Yeah. Look at what's it called?
The Sierra Designs Cloud 20.
Okay. Sierra Designs, they had messaged me like a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years, and they sent me a synthetic bag. So I guess that was new to the market for them at the time. It was a little bit heavy. So
this one's not heavy. This one's maybe 2 pounds for a 20-degree sleeping bag.
It's not bad. 800 feel. No. That's a good feel power. Good kind of middle of the road, budget friendly.
Yeah. So let me share the screen with you on this, because I'm kind of pleased with it, to be honest with you. So this is the sleeping bag right here.
The Cloud 20 degree. Now, is that 20 degrees? Is that the comfort rating?
Yeah, the comfort rating's right at around 20. It's just a little bit above 20.
Wow.
So, but look at that. All it is that thing opens up, and then you just tuck it in. I mean, dude, it's comfortable.
Is friction keeping it in there, keeping it tucked in, or is there some kind of mechanism or something?
No, there's no mechanism. You just literally tuck it in. That's a really long piece of fabric. So it tucks in and goes under your shoulder.
Okay. And you said it's 2 pounds. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, let's go over here to tech specs, and we will look at this right here. And the limit rating is 15 degrees. The comfort is 26, and it weighs it's a 1 pound, 15 ounces, just under 2 pounds.
Wow.
So for a sleeping bag, that's pretty good.
Go down to the long. I always have to have the long in everything.
And actually, I bought the long. The weight on this one is 2 pounds, 1 ounce.
Fits up. Well, that's only 2 more ounces.
Yeah.
It fits up to 6'6". You'll definitely fit in there. Did you feel like you had enough room?
Yeah.
Like shoulder space and belly.
Yeah,
and
I'm fat.
Oh.
No, I mean I am. Like, I'm not like saying that as like a thing. I'm a fat guy and I fit in it, and that's saying something for like sleeping bags like this. So it's really comfortable, man. I actually borrowed my friend. He bought one. I did a live stream one day for there were some sales going on, and one of the sales was Sierra Designs was selling those for $200, which you can see the price on it, $319, and the bigger one's $339. They were selling for $200.
Oh, you got a deal on it.
And so he bought one, and I will tell you, if you want to get one, they're $250 on Amazon. That's where I bought mine from.
Look
yeah, he let me borrow his. And the nice thing about it, I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, this right here. Check this out.
All right, what you got? What?
It actually fits over the back of your pad.
It's got a sleeve that your pad slides into. You think it's wide? What's the widest pad that you can stick in that sleeve? Is it like stretchy?
I have a 25-inch pad and it works on it.
Okay.
So I've got the Big Agnes Rapide SL.
Is that what you used in the backyard to test?
No,
out?
I used the Sea to Summit Etherlite XT. Okay. They both were 25-inch pads, and both are about 3.5, 4 inches thick. And it fit fine, you know.
Well, I've been looking at that. Man, what's it called? It starts with a Z. A Zen Bivy.
Yeah, I've seen those.
I've been looking at that because it's getting close to winter time, and I was like, man, my sleeping pad won't slide around. Like I'm not gonna fall off. Chris said that hiking guy reviews. Man, I don't think I could do a mummy bag. What do you think about that, John?
I can't do a mummy bag in a hammock. I can do, but see, this isn't like a typical mummy bag. I don't know if you can see this right here, but there's a place at the bottom where you can slip your feet out and see how that thing comes out there. So you can actually slide your arm out of it.
Wait a second. Let's go back to the feet part. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Everyday Backpacker, we'll see you, man.
Have a good one, bro.
So where are your feet coming out?
There's a flap down at the bottom. It just kind of tucks in. There's no air getting in there unless you like push it out with your feet. It takes no work. It's like this thing is kind of like almost like witchcraft.
Well, I don't know. That kind of feels to me like weak points. Would you not? I guess you're laying on top of the pad, so you're not going to get cold from that flap.
Right.
I just don't.
Well, and the way it's designed, there's no drafting getting into it.
Okay. Well,
there's no drafting.
Like in a mummy bag. I don't love mummy bags. I've been almost exclusively using quilts. Even whenever I tented with Bridget at that YouTube meetup, I took a 0 Degree Outdoor Vitals quilt.
Right.
And it was super warm. I'm starting to get the hang of the quilts on the pad, even though I hammock most of the time.
Well, the only thing for me is I move a lot in my sleep. And in a sleeping pad, and going to the Foothills Trail, it could be like 40 degrees, 45 degrees is the low, or it could be like 25 degrees is the low.
Yeah, it was in the 20s on us.
And so I'm not willing to risk it. Like I move a lot in my sleep, and with even with the straps on a quilt, I tend to pull that thing up a little bit and get a draft.
Yeah, it's cold, dude.
Yeah, and I just don't want to do that. So that's why I'm using the mummy. But this thing is so. I was telling my buddy Sean, who let me borrow his. It's kind of like a quilt mummy bag hybrid. It's kind of how it feels to me.
Yeah, no zipper. That is interesting.
So I was talking to Devin Ashby about this, and he said it's a fantastic sleeping bag. Which, if you want to know stuff about stuff, you talk to Devin Ashby. I think he's tried out every sleeping bag that's been made over the last 20 years. But yeah, I mean, just the fact you can stick. That's that flap I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about a zipper. I hate zippers, man.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing I hate the most about them.
They even put like the special fabric along the zippers, but still it gets caught in the zipper.
Yep.
It's so annoying. But the thing I love about the zipper, so I have the Nemo Disco 15 degree, and I used it on the long trail, and I still continue to use it to this day.
Yeah.
And it has the zipper, but then it's got a flap of down, almost like a collar, that holds down over the zipper so that you're not losing any heat around the zipper, and you're not filling the zipper at night. But, it still can get caught. And I hate that because there's nothing worse than like you're trying to get into your sleeping bag, you're cold, and then you can't get the zipper, and then it's stuck and it's dark, and you have to find your headlamp to get the zipper unstuck. I don't know. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting design. I've never seen a mummy sleeping bag that didn't have a zipper.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, I think. There's some comments coming out here that are kind of fun. Can you poop in it? And the simple answer to that is yes. I could poop in my pants right now if I wanted to. You can
Please
poop in
don't.
anything. Uh, uh, Greg Morton is saying there is not a draft with the foot flap. So
Yeah, I'd
because
have
he
to
was
try it.
mentioning the backcountry bed. The backcountry bed, I believe, is like a 600 or 650 fill. It's a little heavier. And the flap on that one is actually a full, like the front of the whole thing flaps open. And but
Is
it's
that
supposed to be
practical?
super comfortable. What's that?
Is that practical?
I mean, from the reviews I've read on it, people love it who own it.
Okay.
And then we've got this one. Do you like your ether light? It's the only pad I've ever owned, and I love it. The ether light's great, but I didn't want to risk freezing out, so I got the Repeat SL because it's 4.2 R value, so it's definitely a warmer pad than the Etherlight XT. I think the Etherlight's like a 3 or a 2.5 or something like that. So it'd get down to maybe 35, 40 degrees and feel okay, but you start getting below that and it starts getting a little chilly. So I didn't want to risk it. Let's see, that hiking guy, Chris, as a fellow fat guy, my two main issues are foot movement and shoulder space. If I can get over my belly, I'm good. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's one of the reasons I like this one. It really has worked for me. And Chris has seen me, so I do not have a small belly. So he knows.
Gotta get your belly through, and then you're home free.
And once that gets past the belly, man, you're in. Jerry J. Flow Flower says, did Devin Ashby used to work for Sierra Designs? No, but he has used a lot of Sierra Designs gear. I actually have a Sierra Designs tent back here that I got, and I like it, but it's a little heavy, and I'm actually going to be giving that to somebody. So let's see. What else? What other comments before we do anything else here? Hammock Gear makes great quilts.
Yeah, hammock gear seems like they make great everything.
Yeah. I've got a hammock gear Dyneema tarp that I love. I used it when we went up to Pictured Rocks.
They did sell
it was great.
The hammock gear. They did sell the snake skins for your tarp that were made out of Dyneema, but I can't find them anymore. You got to go with like the mesh ones.
I'm good with the mesh ones on those. The Dyneema, you're already dealing, especially if you already have a Dyneema tarp, that's a lot of crinkly, like rigidness.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
Let's see what else we got. Looks like Miyagi's on here. What's up, A-Todd?
Miyagi?
A-Todd's on here somewhere too. Hey, there he is. There he is.
Hey,
Jeremy's
we were
on
just
here.
talking about you, A-Todd.
All right. Well, okay. Well, here we go. I got my Etherlight down to 20 before, no lower though. 30 and an Etherlight, much more comfortable. Yeah. That was kind of the thing for me. Ginger Gnome. I only use snakeskin leather sleeping bags. Totally ultralight.
Ultralight as it gets.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for another one of my videos?
You ready for me to pull up another one of your videos?
Let's do, I only have a couple more here. Let's do the one that says how to pack a backpack. Okay,
all right, here it comes.
This one's 1 minute long here, or they claim it's less than 1 minute.
56 seconds.
56 seconds. Let's see what you think.
Let's talk about how to pack a backpack in under 1 minute. First things first, pack and fill up your water bladder. This is way harder to put in once the backpack is full. Next, sleeping bags will typically go in the bottom of the pack. The goal of packing a backpack is to ensure the weight is centered on your back, so heavy things get packed first. This includes bear canister and stoves. We also brought climbing gear on this trip, so the harnesses and hardware were among the heavier items. Next, we pack all of our lighter items around the heavy ones. This includes things like clothing, a pillow, jackets, buffs, and any loose food. Backpacks usually have some tent straps on the outside of the pack, where Kelpie straps our tent and I put my sleeping pad. After that, we start packing the items we may need access to on the trail in the accessory pockets. This includes sunscreen, bug spray, multi-tool, headlamps, first aid kit, bathroom necessities, and water filters. These packs have straps on the inside to tighten the weight closer to your back, and then we cinch up the top. Kelby has our rope to the top, and we flip the lids over to close the pack. On the outside of the pack, we attach our mugs, trekking poles, hiking or camp shoes, and our water bottle with the filter. Last and possibly most important, I always put snacks in the hip pockets for easy access while hiking. Happy trails! Let's talk.
Okay, let's just start off with the fact that this is a Kelty commercial.
Oh, what are you talking about? Their backpacks are Kelty?
Yeah, they talked about it so many times. They kept mentioning Kelty.
And so, Kelty's a fine backpacking brand.
It is a fine backpacking brand, but it's a commercial. Here's the thing. They started off by saying water bladder.
What's wrong with the water bladder?
Come on,
Oh,
Jeremiah.
here it comes.
You preach against the water bladder on your own channel. I don't want to hear this.
I'll tell you a good alternative. If you still want the water bladder experience, but not the pain, you take your water bladder hose. Okay.
You do this right here, Jeremiah.
What is it?
This is a Hydropack 1 liter water bottle. It's a collapsible water bottle. And you can get the tubing for it. And because it's collapsible, you don't need a tube that goes down inside of it. And you can strap this right to the front of your pack. You can see how much water's left and have the ease of a water bladder. I just got this recently. I will be putting this in a video here shortly. But dude, this thing right here, this is what you need to go with. I just think these things are freaking awesome. It's Hydropack. It's Hydropack. They're the ones that make the bags for the bee-free filters.
This sounds like a commercial, John.
Well, I'm not sponsored and they're not paying me anything, and I bought this with my own money. So
you think those people were sponsored by Kelty?
Yeah, there was a lot of Kelty being said. I mean, it looks like the one guy's using an Osprey, but she kept saying Kelty. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Now you can cut this hose down and probably just replace it. I don't think you need the big long hose. I'm probably going to cut this one in half, in all honesty. But dude, this is awesome. I didn't think it would work because there's no tube going in here. Yeah. But because it's collapsible, it just collapses and it forces it right out. It's fantastic, dude.
Well, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say you could screw your like a lot of the water bladders, the thread size are the same as like a smart water bottle. So you could fill up your smart water bottle and screw that on and then turn it upside down in your water bottle pocket on your backpack, like on your side, and then run that hose up. Bridget has done that before, but Miyagi, he has like a really cool setup. Y'all can check out his video on it. You just go on his channel. It's one of his most popular videos. And he has like his water bottle mounted on his chest, kind of like on the shoulder strap, and then a straw coming off. You can buy the stuff to kind of DIY it, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, John.
Actually, Miyagi's on here saying that water bladders are great for deep winter camping. Wear under your layers to keep your water from freezing. I would agree with that. But if you're doing like long miles in like a canyon, like what they're doing, I want to know how much water I've got. And when you've got a water bladder in your backpack, dude, I have no idea how much water's left.
Yeah, but that's there dangerous. Is a fix for that, John. There's a fix for it.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I got this life-changing comment. I don't remember when, but I was talking about water bladders and my, I just don't like them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
The reason why was I couldn't see how much water I had left.
Right.
And this person commented from the UK and he said, I don't know what it is. I see so many videos made by people from the US that are always saying these water bladders are no good because you don't know how much water you have left. He's like, we use them all the time for hiking and cycling. And it's literally it's almost standard in the UK, apparently. A little piece that connects next to your mouth piece, and it monitors how much water is flowed through. Now, I don't know how basic that technology is. I didn't look into it. But, if it says that you drank 2.5 liters on that little thing, then you have half a liter left. So that fixes the problem, but that's an extra piece of gear that you're having to include.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, like those water bladders are heavy.
I don't think they're any more heavier than a bottle.
They're heavier than what?
You think that a water bladder is heavier than a bottle?
Okay, we're gonna weigh this next week. This is gonna be part of next week's show. We're gonna weigh them. I believe they are much heavier than a smart water bottle or something like that. Yeah.
I don't think they are, but we'll see.
They're way heavier.
Okay. Now,
and they're heavier than the Canuck bladders, because I've got an Osprey 2-liter bladder that I used when I was on Kilimanjaro, and I've got a Canuck bag, and the Osprey thing's way heavier.
Well, I think it's going to depend on which one that you pick. But Miyagi on the trail says Waymark has a system now similar to my setup. Just cut the tube length down. You need to get some royalties from that, man.
I'm telling you, he missed the boat on making sure he got copyright on that stuff.
Look at Doc.
Trademark it.
Doc, have some faith, bro. Jeremiah's going to lose. You just straight up calling me out right off the bat. We haven't even started to weigh him.
I love Doc. Okay, so the other thing, I'm not a fan of like 8 bazillion pockets. And I'm also not
of the video.
Yeah, and I'm also not a belief that you put all the heaviest stuff at the lowest point of your pack.
Now that is
Like,
not what she said. That's not what she said, John.
she said
She
put all the
said-
heavy stuff in the bottom of her pack.
No, she said, we can rewind the tape. She said you need to put your sleeping bag and light fluffy stuff at the bottom and then heavy stuff on top of it so it's centered in like your center of gravity along your back.
Let's talk about how to pack a backpack in under 1 minute. First things first,
Okay,
pack and
let's
fill up
see
your
here.
water bladder. This is way harder to put in once the backpack is full.
There's a sleeve
Next,
for
sleeping
that.
bags will typically go in the bottom of the pack. The goal of packing a backpack is to ensure the weight is centered on your back, so heavy things get packed first. This includes bear canister and stoves. We also brought climbing gear on this trip, so the harnesses and hardware were among the heavier items.
Okay. See?
No, you were still wrong, John. What do you mean do you see?
She puts a sleeping bag on the bottom, but then she says, then you put all the heavy stuff on the bottom.
No, yeah,
And you
she
need to
says
try and-
heavier
you want
stuff.
You want the heavier stuff closer to your back near the middle of the pack. That's where you want your heavy stuff, right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay. Just making sure, because to me, that sounded like she said put all the heavy stuff in the bottom of the pack.
Okay, she also said, now I feel bad about picking apart these people's video because I think that you should be able to do whatever you want.
And
but
I'll
this
bet you
is-
they're some of the nicest people you've ever met out of Tahoe.
Yeah, staylocal.tahoe
I'll
on
bet they are.
Instagram. Give them a
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
But they have, as I've never heard this before, so shout out to Backpacking and Blisters podcast.
Yeah.
They call them pack ornaments.
Yes, they do.
So
They call them pack. But by the way, in the next week, we just
Uh-huh.
did an episode with Backpacking and Blisters. Make sure you listen to their podcast next week because we make an appearance and we actually do have a throwdown.
oh yeah, we had a competition for sure.
Yeah.
Good
and
content.
I'm just gonna
So-
say, wait till you see who wins.
Yeah, Doc. Wait till you see who wins.
Yeah, Doc.
So, my only other gripe really from that video was, I think if I'm not mistaken, that she said put your sleeping pad on the outside of the pack. It looked like she had it rolled up. And it
Yeah, a
was
lot
on
of
the
people that have
outside.
those foam pads do that because they just don't fit in your pack.
Yeah,
like,
and that
people
is
use those-
fine. But if you're using, like, you can roll up an air up pad too, but in the train that I backpack in, it's going to get punctured. So I would caution you against putting the pad on the outside of the pack.
Yeah, if you're gonna do anything where there's a lot of tree cover and stuff sticking out, and because especially if you're with Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir, he's gonna have you hiking in places where you don't want your stuff sitting on the outside of your pack.
No, you're going to get scratched up and stuff. Did you see his video where him and, well, I guess it's one of his buddies. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but they were out at the gorge and he went through all those briars and stuff and he's all cut
yes.
up. That's the kind of terrain that you're going to get into with Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir.
He doesn't mess around.
Okay, let's wrap
Yes,
up
sir.
with this last video. It's the one called Waterproof Backpack. I think you're going to like this one, John.
Okay, so it's waterproof backpack.
Waterproof Backpack.
All right.
What you're gonna do is grab your backpack and a garbage bag. You take your garbage bag and you're gonna put it inside of the backpack first, and then once you get it in there, you can
Okay, I just want to say that was good use of slow mo. Just throw that in
Interesting
there.
voice, too.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but he does a pretty good job on his videos.
and then put
Good-
all of
good
the gear
B-roll.
that you don't want to get wet, like your sleeping bag and your pillows or your clothing or anything that you want, inside of that garbage bag first. Roll that garbage bag up, and now all of that stuff inside of your backpack is completely waterproof, and you don't have to worry about it in the wet, nasty weather.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think? Would you take that advice over the how to pack your backpack advice?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
why
I
is
don't know if
that?
I take it. I don't know if they really you can really compare the two, you know.
Well, you seem to hate the last video.
I didn't hate it. You said you wanted me to point out the things I didn't agree with, and so I did.
Huh? That's interesting.
That's what I did. I pointed out the things I didn't agree with.
And how about this video?
Now this video, I like what I think this was actually taken out of another video he had done.
Ugly guy, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Ugly guy,
unfortunately.
but
Yeah.
good content.
Yeah, got a really thick accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Northerners. But no,
Yes, you could hear it in the voice, couldn't you? You could hear a little Wisconsin in there or something.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. No, I like the thing I like about somebody just said, "Who is that Dan Beaker guy?" Dane Beaker.
Look at the jeans. Look at the jeans. And hiking jeans when
jeans when
raining.
it's raining.
Oh,
That's
that's
great.
funny.
I
We
will
love
say
you,
that
Dan.
I've
We
been to
love you.
Dan's house. I've been to Dan's house. That's his
Yeah, he's a cool
backyard.
guy.
So, but no, I use trash compactor bags. I've been using those for years. I've got the same roll up thing of trash compactor bags that I bought in 2018.
Yeah, what about this one though? The Nalafume bag.
They're great, but I just get nervous about them being so thin that
I
something's gonna
tore
poke a hole in it. Yeah,
I tore one along the top and had to tape it back together.
Yeah, I just get nervous about them. And the thing about the trash compactor bags is they are like bulletproof.
Yeah, they even have a lot of stretch to them, but they're heavier, dude. They're like 4 times as heavy as those Nalafume bags. They're like 3 or 4 ounces.
Yeah, but can I tell you what it's like to hike in torrential downpours for an entire week with no break, and how nice it was to actually have those garbage bag or those trash compactor bags?
Yeah, and you're right. That $3 investment for the roll of bags lasts for like 15 years. It's
Dude,
ridiculous.
I'm telling you, I've given away bags to people that are getting into backpacking. I just give them one and say, "Here, try this. Don't spend a whole bunch of money on something else. Just use this thing." So,
Yeah.
and what Dan's basically saying is, if you just want to protect your stuff, you can go under your sink and grab a trash bag and put it in your backpack.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything special. Now, the Nalafume bags, I am a fan of.
Yeah, a lot of people love them.
Gave me one, and then I think that maybe Outdoor Vitals, when they sent me that shadow light, that might have included one, or maybe it's Chicken Tramper. I can't remember.
It did.
There was some company.
It was Outdoor Vitals.
Okay, so yeah, you can buy those. They're pennies. You know,
Yeah.
I think you can get 4 of them for like $1 or $2 or something.
Yeah, I just have a real fear of poking holes in things that are supposed to keep water out of them, you know?
Yeah, and look what Doc says here. That is a very
Sorry, keep going.
Okay. That's a very good point. Doc Watson says key is use a white bag. You'll be able to see your stuff. Yeah, I have used the black bag in the past too. And you know, that's the reason why I like to do the inside of my sleeping bag or like a quilt or underquilt or something. I lose stuff in it. So I made mine orange on the inside and blue on the outside.
Yeah, it's hard to see back here, but mine are usually like gray on the outside and red on the inside for that reason. So it's the same concept. Where was it? I've punctured a compactor bag with just my sharp wit.
Oh, extra sharp wit there to puncture that.
That's good. That's really good. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? I've had a Nalafume bag blow out on the bottom. Ooh. I still keep using ones from Lightsmith. I mean, there are different ones too. I mean, like there are different Nalafume bags that you can get.
Yeah, but they wear out. They're definitely you know, less longevity than a traditional trash bag.
Yeah. Greg Morton just did the AT and said my compactor bag lasted the entire AT.
Yeah, Greg knows. His profile picture is him at Katahdin.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that guy, we need to get him on here and talk about his hike.
Yeah.
Greg, contact us, man. We need to get you on here.
Yeah. Definitely, dude.
That'd
so
be awesome.
John, would you ever, if we could get over the technical difficulties, would you ever be interested in me curating 3 or 4 videos in a future episode?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you'd do it again?
I'd do it again.
I'm curious what the audience thinks about it, especially, you know, there's people on here that can watch the video and the people that watch on YouTube, but the audio experience, I'm curious how that is.
Yeah. And if you are listening on the audio, you can leave us voicemails.
Yeah.
On our website, backpackingpodcast.com. We would love for you to get on there. It's our anchor site. You can get right on there and you can leave us voicemails. And if we like the voicemails, which I mean, we'll like pretty much all of them, we'll play them live on one of these live streams for everybody.
Yeah. We like all the ones except the ones that we don't like, and we won't play those.
And we just pretend like they never happened.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, John.
Hey, did I tell you about this new water bottle I got?
Oh, hit me with it. Oh, I see some of these at school.
Yeah, they're Circle. Guy I work with has one, and it's got a filter in it, but it's also like a flavored water. So like, it's hard because I don't have my autofocus on. I've got it on manual, but this little thing right here controls how much flavor goes out.
What do you put in there? Is it like a squirt thing?
There's like this little thing in the bottom is a cartridge. So like,
Oh,
yeah. So it's this right here.
so you switch out the cartridge?
You switch out the cartridge like $2 or $3.
Bro, you are just like Bridget. She's like, I don't want the water, but if it's flavored, I'll drink more water.
Well, my thing is I've been drinking too much soda over the last few months. And so I was like,
see.
I got to get back to water. So I did this. This is like some electrolyte thing that I'm drinking right now. But it is making me drink more water, which means I'm using the bathroom a whole lot more too.
Well, that's a good thing, man. Flush those kidneys out. Get you prepped for the Foothills Trail. You're going to be drinking a lot of water on that one, man. There's going to be an abundance of water. You're going to be drinking a gallon a day.
Yeah, I'm not going to take this with me backpacking. This thing's heavy, but it's great for like work and being around the house and stuff. So we got that hiking guy's already said, I will be leaving a message.
Oh, make it good. We'll play it on here, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. It says, I'm listening at work. It's cool. I'd be okay with the videos again.
Oh, thanks, Pennsylvania Camp and Canoe.
J-Flo was saying, just don't let Jeremiah play the videos. JK's the only one that knows how.
I will get it figured out.
And then I use those circle bottles at work, cut down on how much money I was spending on Gatorade, etc. Yeah, like it's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. I think the bottle, like the initial bottle and everything's like $20.
Man, that's expensive investment, but if you're going to use it, how much are the cartridges?
Like $2, $2.50 or $3
okay.
or something like that.
And they must last a while then if they're $2.
Yeah, my buddy said the same one for like a month and a half.
Oh yeah, $2 for a month.
Yeah,
that's dirt cheap.
Yeah, so and if you're not gonna, if you don't put that flavor up to the highest point, yeah. So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I think we need to probably go ahead and what are the millimeters thickness on those bags? Stony.
Oh, you're talking about the Nala fume bags?
Yeah, is that even a millimeter?
I don't know. Let's give it a goog.
You gonna goog it?
Yeah, thickness on Nala fume. I always call them Nala flume for some reason, but I think it's Nala fume bags.
It's one of those adorable Kentucky things, you know.
It says they are 1 millimeter thick. That's on Lightsmith's website. So I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, Neil Quinn says 1 millimeter. I think.
You can get on Amazon.
Guy says 2 to 4. I think 4 millimeters would be pretty thick. That's like a half a centimeter, isn't it?
Well, Amazon, it has a link for an 8 millimeter thick, extra large, thick food storage bag, Nala fume.
Wow.
So, bag for marinating and brining. I'm not sure what that is. I don't some kind of flavor thing, I assume.
That's what I do when I go camping. I go backpacking. I brine fine meats. That's what I do all the time. Jeff Peters wants to know if Jeremiah will get the videos figured out before his merch.
There's a fat chance of that.
I think we've got a better chance of the videos working than we do getting that merch. That's just my guess. So with that said, though, it has been awesome. Jeremiah, thank you for hosting this episode.
Dude, it's a fun episode. That was a lot of fun.
It was weird being the mystery guest of tonight's episode.
Well, you're welcome, everybody.
It's the first time I've ever been the mystery guest of this podcast. So with that said, thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight and for everybody who's listening online. Have a good one. We'll catch you on the next go around.
Yeah, adios, folks.